stereotypes. First, let's talk about the vocabulary. So we have illusory correlation, which is seeing a correlation between two events where there is actually no correlation whatsoever. Self-fulfilling theory, which is when an individual behaves a certain way towards another person because of their stereotype that they have towards that person, and that person behaves towards the individual in a way like caused by the way that the first individual behaved with the second person. For example, person A is like, yo, you're orange, person B is orange. The stereotype that I have towards orange people is that they are dumb. So I'm gonna use very simple words in order when I speak to them so that they will understand me. And then you have person B who's like, oh, this individual speaks in very simple terms. I will have to adequate my vocabulary in order for them to comprehend me. And so person A still thinks that person B is dumb because person B speaks with simple words because they think that person A is dumb, you know. Then we have the next term, which is stereotypes, which are preconceived notions about a group. They are a cognitive belief, their belief, and they can lead to prejudice, which is attitudes, and after that to discrimination, which is behavior. Stereotype threat, the next term, which is when an individual changes their own behavior because of the stereotype that other people have towards their group. For example, I'm orange, everyone thinks that orange people are dumb, everyone thinks that I'm dumb, so I guess I am dumb. And that can occur even if the people judging don't even know you. Yeah, so essential understandings about stereotypes. Yeah, they're biased and fixed beliefs, but they're also useful. They just, they're schemas, so they're not totally perfect, they lack some detail, but on the large scale, they're also right. For example, you say that Italian people usually gesticulate more than Swedish people. Of course, not all Italian people gesticulate more than all Swedish people, but on the large scale, it's true. And that's the first type of stereotypes, the normal one, the useful one. Then you have the second type, which is negative. Like, it's where people see group differences where there are none in reality. And so they just create all these problems because, oh yeah, they're not like us when there are no differences. So in the vocabulary before, we've talked about the illusory correlation, which is one of the causes for stereotypes. I mean, it's a theory on their causes. And a second cause is social categorization, which enforces the creation of illusory correlation. Well, some effects of stereotypes are the self-fulfilling theory and the stereotypical threat. Then, reading from the syllabus. Formation of stereotypes and their effects on behavior. Study one example of the development and effect of stereotypes. A stereotype is a generalized and rather fixed way of thinking about a group of people. Examples of stereotypes influencing behavior could be prejudice and discrimination. The theory of stereotype threat indicates that internalized stereotypes could influence an individual's self-perception and behavior in negative ways. and then my note. So basically, illusory correlation is one example of the development of stereotypes. And an effect is a self-fulfilling prophecy. The same thing with examples. So basically, illusory correlation is one example of the development of stereotypes. For example, a person from a minority is statistically less frequent. A crime is also statistically less frequent. So when a person from a minority commits a crime, aka two statistically rare events co-occur, the frequency of this co-occurrence is exaggerated, which forms negative stereotypes on minority groups. And an effect is the self-fulfilling prophecy. For example, you expect someone to be a criminal, so you don't give them a job, or like to behave like a criminal, to be a bad person, so you don't give them a job. And after a while, since no one gives them a job, in order not to starve, a person might become a criminal. So yeah. Thank you all for your attention. Hopefully this was helpful, and have a nice day. Subscribe if you like more content like this. Put a like, please, if you want. Comment with questions that I will try to answer, or corrections, of course. This is my study process. This is my study process, just to remember. Don't have me as your only resource. And hopefully you will nail that test, or the exam, or whatever it is. And Episkul out for now.